Hi, you're tuning in to the Raging Aggron Channel, and I'm your host, Djingis. I am here with our Week 7 team builder in the PSL, and I know that this is a bit later than usual. I know it's Tuesday right now, right? Yeah, it's Tuesday. And the reason for this is that we didn't have time to battle on time, so we battled yesterday, Monday. So therefore the battle is a bit delayed. We had no chance to schedule it before that. And I'm just gonna move this a bit over here. It should still be in focus, right? Yeah, it doesn't really matter if I'm not. So it's a bit bittersweet. The team we are facing are the New England Pidgeots. Here we have the team. So we are facing Magearna, Mega Ampharos, Dragonite, Celebi, Donphan, Quillfish, Aerodactyl, Livani, Mimikyu, Musharna, Salazzle, Dewgong, and Dragonite is a C user. It's a very scary team. Magearna, we all know how good Magearna is. Mega Ampharos is... I'm not that... I don't know enough about Mega Ampharos to be able to do anything, to say anything about it. But I mean, it's pretty bulky. Dragon Electric hits pretty hard. Other than that, I can't really say anything. Dragonite, very scary Pokemon. Either Choice Banded or D-Dancing. It's extremely hard. Flycenium, it's really good as well on it. Celebi can do a lot of things. Celebi is really annoying. But I can deal with it pretty easy in my opinion. But Celebi is a problem. Grass Psychic usually isn't a problem because of U-turn and so forth, but I mean, Witch Wash is my only U-turner. Well, I have Mandibuzz as well, but it's not like I have a Witch Wash and Mandibuzz that can U-turn. And other than that, I don't have anything else. So, and Celebi has a pretty good matchup versus me, so it might come. Donphan is extremely good versus me. It walls my team completely. And that's why I have a lot of setup, as you will see later on. Quillfish, I don't see him bring Quillfish. If he does, I suppose it will be like a normal Black Sludge. Black Sludge Quillfish with Intimidate. I can see like HPI's HPI's Waterfall on that thing to be able to deal with Garchomp. Magmortar. I mean, it's a poison jab for Gourgeist, of course. It's a very scary Pokemon. Aerodactyl. The only reason I see him bringing Aerodactyl is because banded Aerodactyl can actually one-shot Mega Aggron, if I remember the calcs correctly, and it deals a hell of a lot of damage to Porygon and the rest of my team. So it's a very scary Pokemon for me to face. But I don't feel like he will bring it. Livani, I don't see him bring because I have a pretty slow team already, so he can actually outspeed a lot of my team without setting up webs. Mimikyu, I have a feeling he will go Mimikyu, but I also feel that he feels like I will prep a lot for Mimikyu, so therefore he doesn't bring it, and I have actually not prepped a single bit for Mimikyu. I'm just gonna say that right now, I haven't prepped anything for Mimikyu, more or less. I think I have one move from Mimikyu. That's it. Musharna, very bulky Pokemon, will 100% come. Because I have a very problem with bulky Psychic types. It's a huge problem with bulky Psychic types. Salazzle will come because I have a Mega Aggron. It's as easy as that. Salazzle is the best. Salazzle is the best Pokemon to take down the Mega Aggron with because you can Toxic the Mega Aggron. Simple as that. Dewgong, I don't think he will bring Dewgong. Because I have Thunderous Eye, I have Kecleon, Kecleon and Gourgeist. Well, Kecleon could also do a ton to Dewgong, stab fighting. So I mean, I have a lot of things that can take care of Dewgong. So I don't see him bring it, but he might. So if you're looking at the team I think he will bring will be Magearna, Ampharos, Donphan, Musharna. Those are the 4 that I'm pretty sure will come. And then the rest is up in the air, but those 4 Pokemon are those that I know he will bring. So let's see if I will write about that when the battle comes. So my team, as I said, I bring a lot of setup. I'm a pretty offensive team this week, and I don't like playing with offensive teams at all. I like the bulky playstyle. I like the bulky offense, and I don't have the bulky offense this week. And it might bite me in the ass, it might. But I feel like this team is pretty good. It can stand on its own pretty well, so I'm not too concerned about it. But if he has something crazy to stop a sweep, then I'm in really bad shape, because I mean, there's some Pokemon that I just can't take down that I need. I need Magmar completely. If I lose Magmortar, I will lose the game. It's as simple as that. If it brings the Pokemon that I talked about. But so first up, we have Metallica or Aggron, or Mega Aggron since it's holding an Aggronite. Filter, Heavy Slam, Rest, Sleep Talk, Curse. 252 HP, 8 attack, and 252 special defense with Assassination. This thing 3-hit KOs offensive Magearna. So if he's Specs Magearna, I 3-hit KO it. If it is any other set, it's a 4-hit KO after 1 curse. And I haven't used Curse Aggron in over a year, guys. So I'm a bit iffy on this thing. I feel like it could do some good, but I don't think it will. I mean, he has a Dewgong. Dewgong is known, and he has used it before, for doing Rest, Sleep Talk, Toxic, Whirlpool. Doing that set. And that's actually pretty problematic for me, because Aggron can't stand a chance against that. Then we have Hatebreed, our Porygon 2 with Evilite and Trace, Recovery, Tri-Attack, Trick Room, and Signal Beam. 248 HP, 8 special attack, and 252 special defense with the Call of Nature. The only thing you need to know here is the Trick Room. I only have Trick Room on Porygon 2 to stop Trick Room Magearna. I have a pretty slow team, but I don't want him to stop the Trick Room, and I can reverse it with Porygon 2 then, because Porygon 2 is my best switching into Magearna if it's a Trick Room setupper, because I can just go, I mean, yeah, I deal with it pretty well. I don't do a lot of damage back to it, but Trick Room enough, it's enough to handle Magearna in my opinion with Porygon 2. Then we have Twisted Sister, our shiny Mandibuzz, holding Leftovers and Overcoat. I think that's the only, yeah, that's the one I wanted. I'm just making sure. And you're having Roost, Defog, Knockoff, U-Turn, 248 HP, 8 defense, and 252 special defense with a Careful Nature. Knockoff is very, very good for me in this matchup. Since I don't have Frisk, I don't know what items he will bring, so I really need Knockoff. I will not deal a lot of damage. I mean, I do under 20% to bulky, what it's called, to bulky Mucharna. U-turn is just there to get some slow U-turning off, to get some form of momentum. That will not happen, I feel like, but I mean, it's still pretty good. Gets 1-hit KO'd by a Specs Flare Cannon. Gets 1-hit KO'd by a Flare Cannon, period. Even with this set, so it's not the best Pokemon to bring, but I need to bring it because I need to defog away webs and screens and rocks and toxic spikes. So I need Mandibuzz in this matchup. I would so much rather go with Gourgeist in this matchup, even if it doesn't have the best matchup, but I would so much rather go with Gourgeist or Slacking than Mandibuzz. But it's still, I think it can do some good for me. Next up we have the Heat set of the week. Well, one of 3 Heat sets this week. Rhapsody of Fire with Magmortar, holding the Citrus Berry with Flame Body, Belly Drum, Flame Charged Earthquake, Rock Slide, 4 HP, 252 attack, and 252 speed, Jolly Nature. So, the thing here is, I'm pretty fast. If it brings the team that I talked about, I'm actually the fastest one out there if it doesn't set up like an Atotomite or something like that, or Rock Polish. I don't know if that's the what of them that Magearna gets. If it's Shift Gear, it's called Shift Gear, right? But after Belly Drum, I wanted to KO most of his team. The only thing that stops me is if he brings Sash on anything and kills me back, or if he has a Scoffer with Earthquake or something like that. But Belly Drum, after the Belly Drum, Flame Charge deals up to 80% to Donphan. And Earthquake is, if it's offensive, if it's an offensive Donphan, Flame Charge does over 70% and almost 80. Earthquake is 1 hit KO if it's offensive. So I mean, it decimates Donphan. The rest of his team dies to Earthquake most of the time. So this is my win con. I need to preserve this thing, but I have a feeling that I might, because he has a lot of things that I can't set up on, especially if he brings the rest Djugong. Even if it doesn't have Sleep Talk. If it doesn't have Sleep Talk, I can do that. But here we have, next up we have Drowning Pool with Wishy Washy Schooling, with, of course it's shiny now, with Choice Specs, Schooling of course, I can't do anything else about that. Ice Beam, Hydro Pump, U-Turn, Scold, 248 HP, 252 special attack with 80 special defense and a modest nature. Hydro Pump deals 80% to Assault West Majerna, if I remember correctly. So this thing hits like a truck. It's a very, very good Pokemon. It's so sad that it has low speed and poor HP. Otherwise I would use it so much more. And it's also sorry guys, it's just... more or less just woke up. Jesus. Come on, can you stop? So, I have a problem, hooray! But yeah, if this thing had a better move pool, better HP and better speed, I mean, speed doesn't really matter, but the better HP, like if it was 65 instead of 45, that would do a lot for this thing. Better move pool as well, because I don't want to bring both Hydro Pump and Scald. This matchup I will do it either way, because I need the extra damage from Hydro Pump. But if I would ever want to Scarf Wishy-Washy, Scarf to Specs Wishy-Washy again, I don't want to have dual water. I would much rather have like Energy Ball, Psychic, something like that. I mean Shadow Ball, it looks like it should learn Shadow Ball or Dark Pulse, in my opinion. But it doesn't if I remember correctly, and that's a bit of a bummer. Last but not least, we have Dragon Force with Guard Jump with Choice Scarf, Rough Skin, Earthquake, Shadow Claw, Aqua Tail, Dragon Claw, 152 HP, 252 attack, 4 special defense with 100 speed, and an adamant nature. This thing outspeeds his fastest Pokemon by 1 point. And I can take most hits. I think it's just like Majerna and Djugong that can kill me in 1 hit. So I mean, I'm pretty bulky. Earthquake is 1 hit KO on everything on his team, more or less. I feel like Donphan can take a few. I mean, Donphan walls this thing completely. Aqua Tail does 47% if it's max defense. But the rest of his team I can actually hurt pretty well with this thing. So I mean, my win con here is Magmortar, and if Magmortar goes down, I have to believe in Curse Aggron and Scarf Guard Jump. And neither Aggron nor Guard Jump has done any good for me. And I can say this, if it wasn't for me being in love more or less with Aggron, Aggron is the best Pokemon ever in my opinion. I like it so much. But if it wasn't for Aggron being my favorite Pokemon, I would have dropped Mega Aggron a long time ago. And if it wasn't for the threat that Guard Jump is, I wouldn't have Guard Jump still. I would have dropped it pretty early on. The good thing is that I dropped Guard Jump for... Well, I picked Guard Jump as an S tier pick, which means that I got Guard Jump and 50 extra points. So if I drop Guard Jump, I need to drop something else. And I hadn't decided if I should do that. And I can actually... I don't know what's in S tier either. But I say that it's on my agenda because now that Week is over trading, You can't trade any longer in the league, so you can't trade between teams, and you can't pick up Pokemons that's already been on the team. And therefore I feel like now I can drop Garchomp without any problem, but if I drop Garchomp I need to pick up a good S tier Pokemon that works on my team, together with actually being able to drop a lower tier Pokemon and take a better one. The problem with that is that the only Pokemon that I can see in my team dropping on my team is Kecleon. And I can't drop Kecleon because if I do that, then I must have 11 or 12 Pokemon on my team. I forgot what we said right now, but I feel like it's 12. I'm tired, guys, that's all. I should not remember that. But yeah, we will see. So yeah, battle will be up shortly, guys.